Hi everyone, like I said, I would be back on to do our fall wreath order that I got this afternoon for my cousin, and I would like to do it with you. I've noticed earlier on the video I made, my hair was like, "Wah." So I pushed it back and tried to look a little more presentable. And so I'm excited, and I want to remind you again about October 15th giveaway. You'll find out what it is on the 15th. Make sure you watch. We're going to do this wreath, and like I said, then we're going to do a painting when I get Charlie home. And then after the painting, I have a message board to make that I was supposed to make a couple weeks ago, but with the heat and everything, it got sidetracked, and I found my little stickers that I bought for someone so I could make the message board. So let's get started. Hello everyone. Again, I'm over here at my table, my crafting table. As I said earlier, this is an order from my cousin. I wrapped it in the decoupage, not decoupage, it's a type of mesh wreath that I don't make the mesh wreath, but it worked out good for this because I think it's going to look like kind of like a candy corn. And when you see what I do, you'll understand why. But you got to use what you have. It's like I said before, don't throw anything out because you never know when you're going to need it. So I'm going to look for the best side of my wreath. I do have some U-pins in it, so all right, let me go over some of the stuff I have ready. Dollar store, is that beautiful? I've been waiting to use this white pumpkin, and my cousin paid me a lot of money to do this wreath, so she gets the best. A piece of candy corn, which is going to match. I only got one. I'm not going to go crazy. I got this in it's a Simply Fall, and I bought it for $1. It was $1.99. I got it for $1, 50% off. I thought it was adorable in AC Moore. I saw this flower in AC Moore. I couldn't resist it. 60% off. It was $2.99. A really beautiful pick. Don't know if I'm going to use it, but I loved it. And so I got it. It's like $1.50, I think, something like that. I have some leaves and things down here that are already cut that I'm going to put on here. And I got a sunflower. I took this pick apart. Sunflower, leaves. This was all one pick. So you can really get a lot out of a pick. Some little berries and whatever the heck that is. Looks like a... It's like a type of wheat, I guess. So I have a couple things to get started. The main thing is, I told you, it wasn't hard. I just wrapped the deco mesh around. It was really wide, but I didn't even cut it. I just wrapped it around, and it worked out fine. My daughter, she got it for me last year, and it was probably really cheap because she got a lot of ribbons for me, inexpensive. So let's get started. Got the hot glue gun on, and I'm having a latte. Hello, my favorite. And so I'm just going to kind of try to keep a sequence this time on this wreath. I don't know. I just want to kind of have a little bit of a sequence to this. In other words, have it a little more uniform if I can possibly do that. It's hard for me to do that, but I'm going to try. Okay, so I have my leaves. Now, I'm going to make two things my focal point, or three maybe. This beautiful sunflower, definitely this pumpkin somewhere, and the candy corn piece. So those are going to be my main focal point. and where I put the ribbon, and because I have so much nice accessories to go on here, decorations, accessories, whatever you want to call them, I've decided to not go crazy with the ribbon. And I have it around here somewhere. I know you heard that bell, right? Whoops. Sorry about that, folks. My camera fell. I got to invest in a better stand. I said that 100 times. Here it is. I decided on maybe this ribbon. It's a pretty ribbon. I got it in the Dollar Tree. It has little gold fall leaves. So I don't take away from the beauty of the wreath. I think I'm just going to use a thinner ribbon and leave everything else as the focal point, okay? Trying to get you good here. All right, so let's start with this. So I hope everyone's doing fine. I may put music on in a little bit, because if I feel like I'm boring you, I'll put some music on. I'm going to kind of stick this down into the wreath form. It didn't really go in. It kind of just accepted the glue. So I don't know what I'm going to do here. I may cut that off. Here, oh, it came off. Perfect. All right, let me use my... These things happen. I should have done that first. Let's stick it right on there while it's hot. Okay, so that's going to be one of the focal points. That's why I don't want to put a really like crazy ribbon on here. You know, you don't want to go nuts when you're doing your wreaths. You really want to keep them beautiful but simple. I'm into simplicity and like have a focal point, but don't go nuts with all the stuff on there, you know what I mean? Okay, let's cut this down a little, this leaf. Dropped my candy corn. All right, now I'm gonna start putting my leaves around, and what I say, make it a little uniform. I wish I had a camera that I could put it overhead for you so you could see, but I don't, so we got to work with what we have for now. Unless I make more money selling wreaths or whatever, I got to stick with what I have. Okay, so because I have a little beautiful leaf there, I'm going to put another one over here. So you get what I'm saying here? I just wanted a little bit more uniform this time on this wreath. By the way, everybody loves the wreaths I made them. I made the old gentleman one here. He's about 85. His name is Jim. And what a doll. He has some dementia. And I'm hoping you can see this okay. Let me hit another light. He has dementia. And he's a sweetheart, but he wants me to come over all the time, and I told him I'm very busy. Oh, okay. I feel bad, but I have so much going on. Okay, so you see how I kind of made that uniform, so I'm going to put a beautiful leaf. It's like a kind of a reddish orange leaf. I'm going to put underneath this leaf. I'm doing my layering. I've talked to you guys about layering before. Okay, and then we're going to put another leaf, a pretty yellow leaf on the other side, underneath this leaf, okay? Underneath this leaf. We're doing our layering, and we're trying to keep it a little bit uniform. Make sure you have plenty of glue sticks, and I certainly do. I always make sure I have 5 or 6 when I'm working on a wreath right near me. Not that I'll use that many, but near me just in case. I don't feel like getting up, especially when I'm doing a video. Okay, so see, we're looking good here. Okay, now I had taken this whole pick apart. So I'm going to incorporate these and try to, like I said, keep it a little bit uniform. I'll cut this down a little bit, this little piece of wheat, and I'll put it somewhere underneath here and hide it. Stick it right there. I really miss my Charlie. I have a hard time when he's not here, but I really wanted what was best for him. I really wanted him to be happy, and the poor little guy was panting. It's just too warm here, too warm. It's a little better today. I have a fan on underneath the table, but it's just not healthy for him. And he wants to be out of the house because it's so hot in here. And now he's out in the yard, my daughter said, and my grandson calls me every night and shows me pictures of him. So I know he's doing good. And he seemed really happy too. He was like rolling on my daughter's bedroom floor, and I could tell he's happy. So when he sees me, he'll be excited. But I want him back when it's maybe 10 degrees cooler. I might like visit him tomorrow, and I don't know if I'll bring him home. Do you see what I'm saying about uniform? I don't normally do this. I usually go for it. But I really want this to be special because my cousin does so much for me, like my sister-in-law. I don't know what I would have done without my sister-in-law Carol in my life. She saved me from many bad things. She helped me with my daughters during my divorce, and with my husband, their father, and she was always there for me. I'm going to put a little pine cone right in here underneath, right near the little sunflower. I always like to do a little something different when I do wreaths. I want mine to stand out amongst others, and I'm going to show you in the end what that will be. So while I'm putting some of these, okay, you see how I'm keeping it uniform. I'm going to be back. I'm going to put a few more on to save the filming, and I'll be back. I just wanted to show you I got this pick for $1. It has a little, whatever, I can't think of the name of that. It's not squash, but a couple little leaves. This was $1, and I think it's really cute. Now, if you guys have been watching me, you know that I'm a little, I wouldn't say eccentric, but I would say unusual with my color scheme, and I'm not going to change. So I want to show you something. I don't know what you're going to think, but I'm going to go for it. In the fall section, honest to God, it was fall. This was $1 pick. Look at the beautiful blue that I found. I'm telling you, they're changing the seasonal colors. This was $1. I got 4 little flowers. I'm going to, I don't want all this orange. It's kind of blinding me. So I'm going to put some of the blue flowers right around in this area. And I have to be different. You know me, and if you've been watching me, you know I go nuts with my decorating skills. Design skills, rather. That's a better word. So let's see what happens, okay? So what do you guys think? Let me try to put you up here. Look at that. Does that pop or what? Oh my God. I don't know if you guys will like it, but I have to be a little crazier. It wouldn't be me. I just saw that blue and I want nuts. I thought, and for $1 and to get all those bushes, I think I'm going to put one more of the blue flowers on there. Why not? For $1, you can't beat it. And use it on another fall or summer, spring wreath. You don't know. So if I'm afraid that when I put an extra flower in there off camera, but if I'm afraid that the flowers are too much and they're too heavy, I will use a floral pin, a U-pin they call them, and I'll stick it down, which I already did, with some glue. I usually put some glue on the ends, and then I stick it down in there so it doesn't come apart. So that's just a little trick you can do if you're concerned about it, especially if it's a sale. You want to make sure it's like perfect and finished. Oh, this is coming along. So because I put some blue down here, which is a fall, it was in the fall section, and I had never seen that blue before. Let me lift you up a little. It was a little off-putting with all the orange, so I added the last two blue up in here to pick up the blue down here, and I think it is coming along beautiful. And as you see, I am trying to keep it uniform to some respects. And let's just keep going. I have this beautiful white pumpkin that, you know, like I said, I'm not sure. This may be too much, but I do have an orange pumpkin that I may use instead. So I wish I could get info from you guys and say, what should I do? Because it just doesn't seem, it seems a little too big for this. So this happens. So this is how you handle situations. You use your better judgment, and you can always use it for another wreath. So let me think about this. Okay, I thought about it. The white pumpkin was too big and too white for this wreath. It would just take away from the blue I put on here, and too much. And like I told you, it was a good idea for me to decide on a thinner ribbon, which I think this is going to work out great because it's too much. A big ribbon would be like crazy. So somehow I'm going to put this ribbon on, probably in here, and I found this somewhere. My sister-in-law probably gave it to me from a gift, and I'm going to put this little guy somewhere on that little pumpkin, and then I'm going to make my ribbon and we're done. So I'm pretty fast, aren't I? Anyway, let's see, guys. I'll be back. Hello, everyone. Oh, I think you're going to love this. Did a little work off camera because of my time. So always keep your little trinkets, even if you think you're never going to use them. You will. Trust me. And so here we go. Can you see it? I think so. I incorporated, as I told you, this blue. It's blowing me away. I'm into a lot of colors this year, and obviously people that are the sellers are too, because I think people are sick of the same fall colors. This blue is phenomenal. So I put some blue down here, and then I realized I needed to, for this to work, I had to incorporate some blue. So I put a little blue up there, a little blue here. These were $1, by the way, this blue flowers. Well worth it. I wish I would have bought more. Then I had these little tiny, I always keep my little gems that I bought in Walmart. They're little teeny tiny, like cloth flowers. I thought, oh my God, I have them and they're the same color. So I put 2 here, and I had 4 of them left, and I used them for another project. 1 there, and they're like darker in the lighter blue that pick up off this. I put the pumpkin on, which you already saw, and I added that little ribbon that was on a gift my sister-in-law gave me. I did try to keep it somewhat organized, and I love this because when you have to sell something, it's got to be perfecto. And my cousin is paying me a lot. She always wants to pay me too much, and I tell her, but she won't listen. And here we go. This is the ribbon. This was a dollar store ribbon, and I worked with it, and it was very flimsy. You know, it wasn't a real expensive one, so I hairsprayed it so it's nice and stiff. The only thing I'm going to do is dovetail the ends. I didn't do that yet, but I worked with it and moved it around. It's got the browns, the golds in it, the gold leaves, and it's beautiful. Once again, this was off 2 years ago of something I made. I had 1 left of those little gold balls. They look like berries, and I thought I didn't like the center of the ribbon, so I put that little gold, looks like a berry or whatever. I made something really nice with that. Oh, I think I made a New Year's Eve wreath a couple years ago. The sunflower is the focal point with the candy corn and the pumpkin, and then you got your blue. And I think my cousin is going to love it. What do you guys think? I'm very thrilled. I'm going to really think, I'm going to have a ribbon up here to tie it off and to hang it up. And I'm not quite sure. I may pick up something blue if I have it to for her to have the hanger. So we're at 20 minutes. That's a lot. Okay, so I just want to tell you really fast. This is the $3 picture frame. It is 12 by 18. I was wrong. And this is at Dollar General. I got this. It's a heavyweight board that I'm going to do the painting on. I think I'm going to do that next when I get Charlie home. So we'll be working on that. Plus a message board for someone special, one of my YouTube friends. I just had the idea not too long ago, and I'm going to do that for you guys. We're going to do it together on here. So that's about it. And I'm sorry I can't say come see Charlie. Believe me, I miss him dearly. I will be going over there tomorrow. Whether I bring him home, I don't know what the weather will be. We'll see. But I'll be back, and thank you for sticking with me, and please subscribe to my channel. I have some good stuff coming up. Don't forget the 15th. There's a giveaway I have. It's a surprise for my loyal subscribers, so look for that. And thank you, and I want to cut this. It's really getting long. Have a good night. Godspeed.